Vodafone Group plc, Vodafone, is a British multinational telecommunications company headquartered in London and with its registered office in Newbury, Berkshire. It is the world's second largest mobile telecommunications company measured by both subscribers and 2013 revenues, and had 434 million subscribers as of the 31st of March 2014. Vodafone owns and operates networks in 21 countries and has partner networks in over 40 additional countries. Its Vodafone Global Enterprise division provides telecommunications and IT services to corporate clients in over 65 countries. Vodafone has a primary listing on the London Stock Exchange and is a constituent of the FTSE 100 index. It had a market capitalisation of approximately £89.1 billion as of the 6th of July 2012 update, the third largest of any company listed on the London Stock Exchange. It has a secondary listing on Nasdaq. Name: the name Vodafone comes from voice data phone, chosen by the company to reflect the provision of voice and data services over mobile phones. History: the evolution of Vodafone started in 1982 with the establishment of the Racal Strategic Radio Limited, subsidiary of Racal Electronics plc, UK's largest maker of military radio technology, which formed a joint venture with Millicom called Racal, which evolved into the present-day Vodafone. Evolution as a Racal Telecom brand. 1980 to 1991. In 1980, Sir Ernest Harrison OBE, the then chairman of Racal Electronics plc, agreed to a deal with Lord Weinstock of General Electric Company plc to allow Racal to access some of GEC's tactical battlefield radio technology. The head of Racal's military radio division, Jerry Wendt, was briefed by Ernest Harrison to drive the company into commercial mobile radio. Wendt visited GE's mobile radio factory in Virginia, USA the same year to understand the commercial use of military radio technology. Jan Stenbeck, head of a growing Swedish conglomerate, set up an American company, Millicom, Inc., and approached Racal Wendt in July 1982 about bidding jointly for the UK's second cellular radio license. The two struck a deal giving Racal 60% of the new company, Racal Millicom Limited, and Millicom 40%. Due to UK concerns about foreign ownership, the terms were revised, and in December 1982, the Racal Millicom partnership was awarded the second UK mobile phone network license. Final ownership of Racal Millicom Limited was 80% Racal, with Millicom holding 15% plus royalties and venture firm Hambros Technology Trust holding 5%. According to the UK Secretary of State for Industry, the bid submitted by Racal Millicom Limited provided the best prospect for early national coverage by cellular radio. Vodafone was launched on 1 January 1985 under the new name, Racal Vodafone Limited, with its first office based in the Courtyard in Newbury, Berkshire, and shortly thereafter Racal Strategic Radio was renamed Racal Telecommunications Group Limited. On 29 December 1986, Racal Electronics issued shares to the minority shareholders of Vodafone worth GB £110 million, and Vodafone became a fully owned brand of Racal. On 26 October 1988, Racal Telecom, majority held by Racal Electronics, went public on the London Stock Exchange with 20% of its stock floated. The successful flotation led to a situation where the Racal stake in Racal Telecom was valued more than the whole of Racal Electronics. Under stock market pressure to realize full value for shareholders, Racal demerged Racal Telecom in 1991. Vodafone Group, then Vodafone AirTouch plc. 1991 to 2000. On 16 September 1991, Racal Telecom was demerged from Racal Electronics, his Vodafone Group, with Jerry Wendt as its CEO. In July 1996, Vodafone acquired the two-thirds of Talkland it did not already own for £30.6 million. On 19 November 1996, in a defensive move, Vodafone purchased People's Phone for £77 million. A 181-store chain whose customers were overwhelmingly using Vodafone's network. In a similar move, the company acquired the 80% of Aztec Communications that it did not own, a service provider with 21 stores. In January 1997, Gerald Wendt retired and Christopher Gent took over as the CEO. The same year, Vodafone introduced its speech mark logo, composed of a quotation mark in a circle, with the O's in the Vodafone logo type representing opening and closing quotation marks and suggesting conversation. On 29 June 1999, Vodafone completed its purchase of AirTouch Communications, Inc., and changed its name to Vodafone AirTouch plc. The merged company commenced trading on 30 June 1999. In order to gain antitrust approval for the merger, Vodafone sold its 17.2% stake in E-Plus Mobile Funk. The acquisition gave Vodafone a 35% share of Mannesmann, owner of the largest German mobile network. On 21 September 1999, Vodafone agreed to merge its U.S. wireless assets with those of Bell Atlantic Corp to form Verizon Wireless. The merger was completed on 4 April 2000, just a few months prior to Bell Atlantic's merger with GTE to form Verizon Communications, Inc. In November 1999, Vodafone made an unsolicited bid for Mannesmann, which was rejected. Vodafone's interest in Mannesmann had been increased by the latter purchase of Orange, the UK mobile operator. Chris Gent would later say Mannesmann's move into the UK broke a gentleman's agreement not to compete in each other's home territory. The hostile takeover provoked strong protest in Germany, and a titanic struggle, which saw Mannesmann resist Vodafone's efforts. However, on 3 February 2000, the Mannesmann board agreed to an increased offer of £112 billion, then the largest corporate merger ever. The EU approved the merger in April 2000 when Vodafone agreed to divest the Orange brand, which was acquired in May 2000 by France TE-Acute-LE-Acute-COM. The conglomerate was subsequently broken up and all manufacturing-related operations sold off. Vodafone Group plc. 2000 to present on 28 July 2000, the company reverted to its former name, Vodafone Group plc. In 2001, the company acquired Aircell, the largest wireless communications company in Ireland, from Eircom. Aircell was subsequently rebranded as Vodafone Ireland. Vodafone then went on to acquire Japan's third-largest mobile operator J-Phone, which had introduced camera phones first in Japan. On 17 December 2001, Vodafone introduced the concept of partner networks, by signing TDC Mobile of Denmark. The new concept involved the introduction of Vodafone International services to the local market, without the need of investment by Vodafone. The concept would be used to extend the Vodafone brand and services into markets where it does not have stakes in local operators. Vodafone services would be marketed under the dual brand scheme, where the Vodafone brand is added at the end of the local brand. In 2007, Vodafone entered into a title sponsorship deal with the McLaren Formula One team, which traded as Vodafone McLaren Mercedes, until the sponsorship ended at the end of the 2013 season. In May 2011, Vodafone Group plc bought the remaining shares of Vodafone SA from SA Group Limited for $5 billion. On 1 December 2011, it acquired the Reading-based Bluefish Communications Limited, an ICT consultancy company. The acquired operations formed the nucleus of a new unified communications and collaboration practice within its subsidiary, Vodafone Global Enterprise, which will focus on implementing strategies and solutions in cloud computing, and strengthen its professional services offering. In April 2012, Vodafone announced an agreement to acquire Cable & Wireless Worldwide for £1.04 billion. Vodafone was advised by UBS, while Barclays and Rothschild advised Cable and Wireless. The acquisition will give Vodafone access to CWW's fiber network for businesses, enabling it to take unified communications solutions to large enterprises in UK and globally, and expand its enterprise service offerings in emerging markets. On the 18th of June 2012, Cable and Wireless shareholders voted in favour of the Vodafone offer, exceeding the 75% of shares necessary for the deal to go ahead. On the 24th of June 2013, Vodafone announced it would be buying German cable company Cable Deutschland. The takeover is valued at €7.7 billion, and was recommended over the bid of rival Liberty Global. On the 2nd of September 2013, Vodafone announced it would be selling its 45% stake in Verizon Wireless to Verizon Communications for $130 billion, in one of the biggest deals in corporate history. In October 2013, Vodafone began its rollout of 4G to provincial New Zealand, with the launch of the system in holiday hotspots around Coromandel. In February 2014, Vodafone made an offer to acquire Spain's largest cable operator, ONO, in a deal rumoured to be around €7 billion. Adverts. Since 2010, the Adverts feature two Bs named Jack and Mike who are voiced by Carl Theobald and Dan Antopolsky. Other adverts feature Star Wars character Yoda. Idris Elba does voiceover for adverts.